Becca, can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. You can't hear me. Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people, man? Good evening to you. We are having some troubles tonight, but we're gonna make this thing do what it do. That's just what we do. We keep it moving. Yeah, let me do this. Let me do this.
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. Yeah. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being here on time, showing up. I will say that tonight is a very important night. Before we even get started, if there's somebody that you know who you know needs to be here, go ahead and tag them. Go ahead and hit the share button or whatever you need to do, because at the end of the day, man, we must be our brothers and our sisters' keeper. And they may just not know what's going on. And I don't care if it's Cinco de Mayo. That ain't my holiday. So let's begin to move forward. Tonight we're going to be talking about e-commerce. Tonight. Hopefully it opens up your mind to possibilities tonight, as we're talking about easy money in e-commerce and how you can actually do what the Waltons did, start something and then have it go long after you are done, long after you have faded away, with your children and your children's children. The first principle I want you to understand tonight is that generational wealth, as much as we talk about it, it's actually built through business. And if you ain't building no business, you're not really talking about generational wealth. I mean, you could talk about it, but it's really just hot air in this society. Generational wealth is built through business. And you can find that as you look at the Waltons. And we still shopping at Walmart and helping them build their family empire. That's what we're talking about now. Everybody putting on a family empire. You and I have an opportunity, a very unique opportunity, for such a time as this, to actually start the process to building a family empire and get our kids involved. It's something that's very phenomenal and accessible. With the advent of technology, with the access, we can do something very special, and we can build if we choose to build. Now, here's the thing: building takes work, a whole lot more work than talk. And so, if you're talking tonight, you might as well leave, because I ain't got time for you. I'm looking for the walkers. I'm looking for the people that say they heard Jesus calling. He said, follow me, and they start following. That's just what it is. A family empire. Tag, like, share, hit a 9 on the new Black Wall Street, presented to you by the Black Billionaires Club. This is normally a presentation that we'll have behind closed doors, behind private walls. But I said, no, we need to do something special tonight, because it's the last day before y'all can get in with us at the price that we got it at. But more so than that, want to inspire you tonight. Inspire you to action. Inspire you to change. Stop talking about stuff that you can't control and start controlling some stuff that you can. It's time for a new attitude. Everybody putting on a new attitude. A new attitude. I'm your host, ERGJ, a certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Notice what I just said. I study Black billionaires, not hundredaires, not thousandaires, not millionaires. I study the best of the best who look like us in this wonderful, great world, not just the United States, this world. And there are some similarities between these brothers and sisters that most of us don't know, because we won't get the book or haven't heard of it before. And then you and I can find out some things that can help change our world by studying them. Now, it's very interesting. I go into the school system all the time, and I talk to the children. And one of the first things I ask the kids when I get in front of them, I say, how many of you guys want to be rich? And they look befuddled. They're like, rich, what is that? And out of the 10 students, 30 students that are there, and they're asking that question, I say, raise your hand if you want to be rich. Only 3 of them will raise their hand. And I believe the other 40, the other 27 are confused. Because here's the deal. Hell yeah, you want to be rich. Why wouldn't you want to be rich? Now, of course, some of you guys say, well, I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. No, you want to be both. You want to be rich and wealthy. See, rich is something you can get right now. Wealth is what comes when you do something with the riches and you do something well with the riches. So, yes, you want to be rich and wealthy. Okay? You want to be rich and wealthy. Hey, good evening to you, Sean. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're a part of the BBC, go ahead and put it down on hashtag BBC. I do have a panel with us here tonight, and I will bring them on in just a second as we're talking about e-commerce, easy money in e-commerce, creating a store and building a legacy. Good evening to you. Queen Vivian is in the house. King Kevin, thanks so much for joining us. Queen Ayana is in the house, man. King Delvin is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us. Queen Lisa is in the house, man. Queen Wakita is in the house. You can hear you. Fantastic, man. Man, Flawless Fitness in the house. Thanks so much for joining us over YouTube. Wakita's in the house. Absolutely. King Eric is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us today. Great evening to you. Queen Latia, round the way girl. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power. So Vernon Williams, thanks so much for joining us here tonight, man. King Amari is in the house. Queen Melanie is in the house. Queen Elisa is in the house. Queen Mona is in the house. Queen Siobhan is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us. King Darren has joined us here tonight, man. King Sean, thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Family Empire. Family Empire. King Anthony is in the house. That's right. Family Empire. Family Empire. Let's keep going. I see all the comments. I'm going to get through them all. All right. Family Empire. Absolute family. Gloria is in the house, man. King Mark Daniels in the house. Kinata, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on our presentation here tonight for our people. Right? Your Walker, Mona. That's what I'm talking about. Family Empire. Absolutely, man. That's on a new attitude. A new attitude. A new attitude, man. A new attitude is this thing called money. A new attitude. That's what I'm talking about. Sincere. Queen Sincere is in the house. Thanks so much for joining. King Ryan Great Scott is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. King Kelvin is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Latia, absolutely. BBC is representing a new attitude. Queen Amanda, thanks so much for joining. BBC, Queen Jacqueline, BBC, absolutely. Vivian Reed, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for showing up. Queen Jamila is in the house, man. Thanks so much for showing up. Thanks so much for showing up. Queen LaShawn is in the house. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Queen Glenda is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Absolutely, all these BBCs. Queen Tiffany is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us. King Toy guy is in the house. Thanks so much for joining. Queen Shamika's in the house. Thanks so much for joining. King Thomas is in the house, man. Perry, what's up with your brother, man? My classmate. Thanks so much for joining. King Derek is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Here's the deal. We got some things to talk about here tonight, and I want to open your eyes to be able to see some things that's right before you, to see, to notice the change in times, and to see it, to believe it, and to evolve with it. Let me see if we got Hecker here, man. We got three brothers here tonight as we're going to have this conversation about e-commerce, and we actually do have a class tomorrow to teach you if you don't already have one set up and you want to do that. And that matter of fact, that class is relatively inexpensive, $25, and you walk away with your store, by the way. Yeah, you leave. It's not one of those things you pay and then you like, what happened? No. You pay, you go to class. When you finish class, you got your store. That's how we operate in the BBC. We get stuff done just like that. All right, man. Let me see. We got you, Hecker, man. What's going on with you, man? See, I think I can hear you now. You're on your phone now. How you doing, man? Are we good there? Oh, you on mute? You got to unmute yourself. What's going on, man? I got you. Brother Marketer is in the house. Brother Al-Kabaloon is in the house. Brother is in the house, man. Hecker, we got you. Can you hear? You still got me on mute, man. So we're gonna have to do it with the three bros now. I ain't got that kind of time. But brother, we're gonna start with you, man. So Marketer is in the house, man. We really were going to be talking about e-commerce. But if you could just do a quick introduction as to who you are, what you're doing, why you do what you do, brother, and your take, your experience with the Black Billionaires Club.
Okay. Again, I'm Sir Mark Hagan, and I am I like to say an awesome entrepreneur. I've been doing business since I was 10 years old. I've been teaching people how to make money. Started a business with $96, and now it's a 10,000 square foot warehouse. I'm a community activist. I love to teach God's people how to prosper. I'm an economic evangelist, and the same thing is just helping God's people. I'm an author, and I wrote a book called Economic Evangelism, a bold new movement for financial improvement. And that in itself, I just knowing that I can do something that pastors and preachers, they're not able to do. I pick up the slack. I want to see most people get wealthy. One of the things I really love about the Black Billionaires Club is how they, how I'm going to just say, Evan, how you get us to level up and level out and to balance ourselves and to be sure about who we are and why we do what we do. Are we sure? Are you sure that's what you want? And that's what you bring to us. And I, as you can see, every time I do a broadcast, it's very important that I share the BBC. And because of the BBC, I learned to get steady. I got a good balance right now. I can actually see the other side of the money getting ready to happen. Why? It's because of the things that we're doing with the e-commerce and what we're doing with each other. And I just want to thank all the BBCers out there that's been supporting me lately. I've been doing orders with some of them. I'm not going to name drop right now, but because of the BBC, it made me stronger. I mean, it's phenomenal. And so again, I like to thank you, brother Evan, for just being the leader that you are to bring us all together like the way you're doing. And there's so much more to get.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight, Sir Mark. Again, this is a brother here who started with $96. How many guys tonight you're saying, I got $96? I mean, I got $100 that if it push came to shove for me and my family and my family's legacy, I got $100 that I can start with. And I'm gonna come to my other brother as well. From $100 start.
Yeah.
Right. That might have been all he had left. But now a 10,000 square foot facility that he's shipping international products all across the world, doing business with brothers and sisters of all different ethnicities. And he's been doing this thing for 27 years and he's been doing business for a long time. There might be somebody you might say, I might want to learn from this brother. I don't know. I might want to learn something from him if I'm interested in longevity, because how many guys know some people start but they don't finish. They're here today, they're going tomorrow. He's still here. Everybody put it on, so I'm still here. Brother, I brought you in, Brother Mari, because again, man, one of the most positive brothers that I've come across in a while. And obviously you also have some businesses that you run, also that being, and one of them being an e-commerce store. If you could do the same, man, introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, a little bit about what you do, and then also your experience in the Black Billionaires Club for the short time that you have been with us.
Sure. I'm Amar Mari. I am a serial entrepreneur. I run multiple businesses, a total of 3 with my queen, Amari. I'm a retired Marine. I served for 20 years in the United States Marine Corps. I'm originally from Rochester, New York, born and raised. And, I encountered listening to a brother by the name of Jay Morrison. I also listened to another brother by the name of Max Maxwell. Another brother by the name of Tony the Closer, and I heard them talk about real estate. And my queen and I, we had a discussion in regards to that matter. And so we studied about the industry, and we come to find that it is a very lucrative industry. Of course, the billionaires have real estate, millionaires have real estate. And I come to find, rather, for it to be a good way for me to be able to generate business-based generational wealth for my family. And so for myself, I come from the streets of Rochester, New York. I'm a former drug dealer. I'm a former gang leader, but the Most High spared my life and saw it fit to call me in the ministry for me to go forth and to serve people and to spread love and light, throughout this world. And in the midst of my journey, I come into the knowledge of financial literacy. I began to understand that my ethnicity, my gender, my zip code, where I come from, is not a restriction. I come to find that what was restricting me at the time was my mentality. And so thus I began to study and I began to find literature. I began to listen to audios that began to transform my mind. And in essence, what it did was it transformed my life. Bring it up to date. I end up interconnecting with Brother Evan. I heard the powerful information that he was passing as it relates to our culture, cooperative economics, and some financial information that I had not even heard of before. And so to come to find out this brother's a financial advisor, and let me drop a little nugget real quick, Brother Evan. I promise it won't be that long. My queen, prior to watching Brother Evan, she came to me and talked to me about Cash App investing. I promise you, Brother Evan was teaching a couple of days later that class. It popped up that he was going to be teaching that class. And I don't believe in coincidences. I'm like, this brother is going to be talking about the Cash App investment. And my queen just came to me a couple of days before. And so I tuned in and I listened. I love what I heard. And then one thing I love about me being a part of the BBC is that people practice what they preach there. It's not a pity party going on. Everybody, pretty much practices what they've learned. They practice cooperative economics. Matter of fact, there's some members that actually supported me, came to the business, shared the business. What I love about it is that, they don't only talk it, they walk it there. And I also did business. I made some money. So when I made some money and I woke up the next day and I looked at my account with Brother Evan and with the rest of the BBC family, and I see my money grew, I was like, oh yeah, it's on now. So that's one reason why, amongst the multiple reasons why I love being a part of the BBC family, is the cooperative economics, the love and the support.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much, Amari. We're going to have a nice conversation here tonight. For our audience, I want to ask you this question. Tonight is a Tuesday night. You're going to, go to bed soon at some point in time. How many of you guys actually have something in position that when you wake up in the morning, you can actually have more money than when you went to bed at night? You have something that allows you to actually have more money when you wake up than when you went to bed at night. How many guys are actually in that type of position where you can actually make money while you sleep? Now, here's the understanding. My mentor, Warren Buffett, the fourth richest man in the world, says this: if you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, then you'll always be working for it. And I'm sure if you're like me, you don't want to always be working for money when you're 85 years old, still working for money. No, we want to be in a position where we got our money working for us, and then we got our money's working for us as well. So I want you to think about that for a second. Are you in a position where if you go to bed tonight, you have a possibility, some way, that when you wake up in the morning, you'll have more money than when you went to bed at night? If not, that's what this is not. That's what this is about tonight. Not only there's some that do, but we can expand that as well. We can have multiple ways of waking up to more money. Well, we didn't do nothing but go to sleep. Multiple ways that we can wake up to some new money. And all we did was go to sleep. That's what this is about tonight. You good now? I still don't see you, brother, so I'm waiting to see that camera come in. I'll bring our other brother in here tonight. Now, I want to tell you a story. Because when I started on my journey, there was this brother, much like Brother Amari, who was very encouraging. And he actually supported me and got me to the point where I was like, man, this brother's so encouraging, helping me and believing in me. And I was able to talk to this brother the other day. And I was asking myself, man, you had a lot of belief in me, but it doesn't seem like you had belief in yourself. And when I said to him, I said, man, I asked him this question: when are you going to focus on getting financially free? And here's what he said. He said, well, I am focusing on it, but I can't afford a $25 class so I can begin to start my e-commerce. And I said to him, I said, well, I understand, because I was going to leave it at that. He said, no, if you understand, then that's a problem, because I'm a such and such years old, and it's pathetic that I can't afford a $25 class so I can take it to the next level. And I wanted to say this to him, but I didn't say it to him. I said, well, the reason why you can't afford is because you won't focus. You send everything to me that has nothing to do with getting financially free. You got time for that, but you don't have time to study. You don't have time to learn what you don't know about money. How many of you guys may be in that situation tonight that you're like, I want more, but I can't afford it. And you never looked at your own habits that might be keeping you from being able to afford anything that you want here on this earth. You see, it comes down to you and I making a decision that we're going to cut off the stuff, the junk that's not helping us at all. Stop listening to people that can't lead us nowhere and start paying attention to and investing in those things that we can. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share one thing that you know is going to be required for you to either A, become a billionaire, if that's a goal of yours, or at the very least, for you to be able to leave an inheritance to your children's children. What's one thing that it will require you to do in order to do that? I'm coming down to Brother Markadu because today I came down, Brother Markadu, and unmute yourself if you can. I came down today and I came and saw you. And after my interaction with you, I was saying to myself, he's got a twinkle in his eye. I was like, the light was bright and you was looking forward to this expansion and the things that were happening. And I think some of it has to do with all of the BBC and everything else that's around you being able to expand, because, you know, we can help you get rid of some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw a twinkle. And I was saying to myself, I remember when your eyes were dark and something happened. And I think it's a word, because I know you're going to say the word anyway. But there was something that you realized that if you were going to leave an inheritance to your children, you're going to leave this business to your sons, to your grandchildren, that you was going to have to do in order to do that. What was that?
Focus. I had a focus. My whole goal is to focus. I wanted something for myself more than anybody. But then it really dawned on me that it's really happening. In order to achieve, and this is what I want people to really get, and then I can't write a book with you, Evan. I want people to understand this. When you're talking about generational wealth, you got to get your money right first. There ain't no such thing as generational wealth until you get your wealth right. This is what this whole thing is about. I realized, I said, man, I gotta get my wealth right. I got to get me right first. And then I can go ahead and do the things that I need to do. So the word is definitely it could be another word that you were thinking about.
No, that was it. I knew what you were going to say.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I am more focused now than I ever been. Look, it's been a long time since I've been getting up as early as I do, and I'm in that warehouse at 7:15. I don't open at 10. And now I'm already writing orders. I got orders right here. I'm getting ready to write up. I'm getting ready to call some of my people. You know? I mean, it's been a long time since I made over $100,000 in 1 month. April was one of the greatest months I had in a real long time. And it was the focus. And May is on a jump start to do the same thing. But I realized that if I'm going to have generational wealth, my pockets got to be fat. And I got to help other people's pockets get fat. And that's the only way I know I can do it.
And that's what we talk about, man. I want to come up to you, Brother Amari. The same thing, man, as you think about leaving an inheritance to your children's children. He said focus. What's one word that comes to your mind or something that you, as a black man with you and your queen, have to do or in order to accomplish that?
Honestly, it's more than just one thing to me. You know, it's financial literacy, you know, and it's execution. You know what I'm saying? Because without the knowledge, if you take action, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. You know, but what I come to find is if you take action when you're educated, education with execution executes poverty in our life. And so that's what I think about.
You got the three E's going on there, man. One word that I would use is also vision, and I want to talk about vision as well, because to be able to, to even want to focus, I think you have to see something worth focusing on. Even want to execute, I think you have to see something that's worth executing on. And here's something I think is worth executing on as we talk about e-commerce. I want you guys to just imagine for a second what's really going on right now. Right now, we have, with the COVID-19 that came into place, we had a lot of shelter in place, a lot of people that were non-essential, staying at home, taking care of the kids. But what was going on was there was still buying, still money being spent. And that money was being spent online. I want you to think about this for a second. If during this time you were actually in a position where some of that online money was coming to you, coming to your household, and not going to Walmart, coming to your household, not going to Amazon, coming to your household because you offered some of the stuff that your community needed. And you were a service. You were bringing a service, not just products. I mean, you provide the products to serve the people. What if you were in a position where you were serving the people because now you were the corner guy that had everything people need? You had the toilet tissue. You had the paper towels. You had the hand sanitizer. And then now you take that to another level and say, well, what if we always are serving one another?
That's it.
What if when people go in and need to wash their body, they buying their soap from you and not going to Amazon and not going to Walmart? How do you think Walmart started anyway? They were just providing stuff that people needed in the community. Started with one store and went on to another store. Well, what if all of us were the store? What if all of us were the store? In the comments below, I'd like you to get something that you provide to the community. You're saying, man, this is my store. Here's something special that I'm gonna provide. Now, of course, you might have a multi-store, whatever the case may be. But I want to know, because I want to see in the comments what we represent. Because I believe we all we need. All we got to do is just bring this thing together. All we got to do is bring it together. Let me bring my brother Cortez up in the house. Now, I'm going to come down to you, Brother Mark. Let me do a quick thing with Cortez. You ready, brother? Or you got to unmute yourself. What's going on, Brother Cortez?
Hey, how you guys doing, man? Sorry I'm late. I had another meeting ran over, but I couldn't miss this. Brother Mark, dude, what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Keep it up with you, black man. I ain't even trying. I'm doing it.
Hey, Cortez, I appreciate you taking time to be with us here tonight as we're talking about e-commerce. And basically the discussion is, creating a store in order to build a legacy. Now, first, if you could just introduce yourself real quick, tell the people who you are, a little bit about what you do and what the BBC, your experience with the BBC really is.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. As always, man, I love what you are doing with the BBC, man. You are leading like a leader is supposed to lead. My name is Ace Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. And my entire mission in life is to empower people economically through financial literacy with a strong emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. My main focus is on economic empowerment through financial literacy. So I have a financial services offering that I bring to the table. But because of building the brand over the last 5 years in that financial services industry, I was able to grow and add digital marketing as another service addition to what it is I do, because everybody wants to know, how the heck are you everywhere at all the time? And I started releasing some of those secrets, wrote a couple books, and now I'm helping people, financially, but I'm also helping small businesses and solopreneurs take their business to the next level using this technology and platforms like e-commerce websites, sales funnels, and all kind of other stuff to make being an entrepreneur not only fun, but also efficient and effective.
Absolutely. What are your experience with the BBC, man?
It's been nothing but a blessing, man. I call Evan the executioner because all he does is execute, man. And sometimes being around people who constantly stretch your vision, and I see what the brother is doing, I see how hard he's going. I'm like, man, how does he have the energy to every time I try to go live, I can't go live because he already live and I can't compete. But what you're doing, man, in terms of the education that you're providing, in terms of the group economic culture that you're creating. There's no competition. There is nothing but collaboration. You're opening up your platform for others to eat from, man. And there's not a lot of people willing to do that. Even if they are able, they're not willing, brother, because we see each other too many times as competition. And when we collaborate, man, there is no competition, man. So all of us bring a unique talent, gift, special ability, or experience to the table. And if we provide room for everybody at the table, we'll all eat.
Absolutely, man. Everybody eat. That's what I'm talking about. As we're talking about everybody eating, let me see what we got here. Some people see if we look at that. We got cheesecakes, right? See what we got in my store. We got face masks, hand sanitizer, bacteria soap, and candles, right? She said, I got the masks and they selling like fire. Just following the leader. I provide sea moss, hand oils, burner sports apparel. Look at this, graphic design is represented in our household here today, right? In our stores. What else we got, man? So much more. CBD, Crystal Hill, got the CBD on tap. Herbal teas, elderberry, sea moss, spirulina, make gift baskets, party favors on all occasions, right? What else we got, man? 95 masks. What else we got? Sports masks with filters. Our Quality Exchange is a family-owned another distribution company, high quality, all natural home goods and self-care products. That's right, man. Women's fashion and self-care items. What else we got, man? Providing necessities, home decor, masks, and health aids as well. Absolutely. Providing room for everybody eats. Absolute collaboration beats count. Healthy meal preps and nutrition is represented and more. I know. Here, as we're talking about a family legacy. Again, I want you to think Walmart. Now, Brother Markadu, when I came into your space, one of the first things I said was, man, you need to have an e-commerce store. And you fought it for a little bit, right? Because maybe you didn't see the vision. And then now when I walk in, sometimes I see little packages about to go out. Like these little packages about to go out. So talk to us about, what you see and your experience in this e-commerce world. Because for a while, it's just like wholesale, distribution, and it still is predominantly, but you have a little e-commerce store that feeds off of that and still adds another stream into your empire.
Yeah, you was absolutely right. I make a lot of money selling wholesale to people, and I'm doing it better now than I ever done it before. Like you say, I got that spark in my eye. But it's the other side of it is the e-commerce side. Even though I do have the website, Heavenly Body Products, and then I shifted, as you know, into the chronickiller.com site. I started to really start doing. Now these orders are starting. They're there in the morning when we get there. They're coming in. They're coming in, and this is why I realized that now I'm beginning. I have somebody around me, which Veta, and she's excited because she knows that I know I can do it, and we get ready to create a retail movement through our building. We get ready to tear that ass up. There's plenty of room, and I me, I like to throw some big numbers out there like that. But when I do the numbers out there with the e-commerce, with the starting that little what they call that black QVC type of deal, and getting that going. When I was talking to Veta, and I said, "Hey, Veta, man, that's $1,000, $3,000 a day, every day." And she really got excited because she realized, yeah, those numbers are real. So to actually get the $3,000 to $5,000 a day using your online stores are really doable. In the space that you put us in, where we start to understand the online stores and all that stuff, and the group economics and how that whole thing interweaves together, how we need each other to create, and that I can move Lisa Santiago a little faster. You can move Heavenly Body Products a little faster, Chronic Killer a little faster. Everybody in our group, if you have something that is unique to the group, I want to bring exposure to that, and I want to do it with of course, with some finesse, and that's what you're bringing to this whole thing, finesse.
So, guys, I want you to really think about this, man, because we talk about this all the time. Buy from each other and then sell to everybody else.
Yeah.
But it's hard to buy from you when number one, you're not seen. Number two, you're not 2020 ready, right? And you're only local. What the e-commerce store does for you, it takes you from local to global. It allows people to buy something from you no matter where you are. Here's some things that I've seen that tells me that we still haven't evolved, many of us. I'll say, hey, man, I see that you're doing something over there with cotton candy, man. How can I buy some cotton candy? Oh, send an email over here and then you'll be able to, they'll email you back. No, why? I just can't click a link, spend $50 with you right now and then have it shipped out to me behind the times, right? Send this fax over here, do this, all this stuff. No, we need to make it simple and easy for people to do business with us. And that's what we have in the e-commerce store. And I wanted to show you guys tonight, but I can't pull up my other screen for some reason. I've been having some troubles tonight. But when I brought up this concept, we got all this wonderful stuff, man. Look at all this stuff that we do. What if we just did it together, right? What if we did it together? Let me read some more of this stuff, man. They saying healthy meal, CBD oil, right? Funeral arrangements, travel protection. What if we had a product, a product division and a service division. And now you're able to do business with people all over the world if you're able to serve that particular area. I need all y'all, the people that do services that can do them remotely, because y'all just had to do it remotely. I need y'all to be licensed in every state. That's what you need to be working on, right? Because I got people all over the country that only want to do business with people who I refer. And I can't refer you to my brother and sister in Hawaii because you're not registered in Hawaii. Okay? Massage therapy, your personal trainer. I'm just saying. All right, we got to level up. Home decor, customer drinkware, women's accessories, travel agent, right? Weight loss, energy, and sleep pills, cold pressed juices, CBD oil, CBD pain cream, and more. I supply clothing and people inspire the world, t-shirts and apparel, land care, top of the line cleaning and landscaping, real estate services that help people buy a home, rent one, sell one. Look at the sports mask, reseller rates. Y'all, I would like to thank you, sir, for teaching us, right? Yo. Right? Corey Bill said e-commerce is simply the way to build intergenerational wealth in the 21st century. It's the way. Can of butter, sage, fragrances, all this wonderful stuff, man. Cheesecake, man. See the vision. Tax services, right? Let me ask you this. How many of you guys can use more customers? How many guys want more people to do business with you?
Everybody.
How many guys want more people to know that you're in business? How many guys, though, is trying to do it all by yourself?
Ain't gonna work.
Ain't gonna work. Now, Cortez, I want to get to this because when I put this out, you said, you know what? I've been thinking about doing this with my kids. And I said, we got to bring you on because we got to talk about that because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a family e-commerce business. And you can add it to anything that you do. If you are in services, you found out over the past month why you need to be selling some product. And I've been saying this for years. You doing hair, but you're not selling shampoo. Why you letting that pretty walk out the door? That makes no sense to me.
Man, you cutting hair and you shaving beards and you don't got no beard serum? Are you kidding me? Yeah, man. So my sons are home because everybody's home, right? You know, a couple more away, college, all kind of stuff, and now they're home. And I'm like, this is time, man. I want you guys to remember something about business, man. In real estate, it's all about location, location, location. In business, it's all about timing, timing, timing. And if you ain't realized that now is the time, right? Then you got to come out from under that rock that you're under. But yes, so one of my sons is actually building a website for my niece right now, right? Not an e-commerce site per se. She's building a brand around selling eyelashes, right? Talking about some of the stuff that we're doing. And my other niece makes candles. And of course, he called her up. You know, I build websites. I got you. And when you posted that, I'm like, okay, a couple of my other sons haven't figured out their niche, but not to be boastful or braggadocious, but I've got some handsome sons. And I'm like, y'all don't understand, man. I could put y'all face on a website and we can sell $1,000 worth of stuff just because young ladies will come to the site just to see y'all. So we've got to leverage every one of our gifts, talents, and special abilities and start to build one with another And group economics start at home. And I've got young men who've got skills. These kids were born into a world where cell phones already existed. The internet was already here when they were born, right? So they're very familiar with this stuff. So I know a lot of our older folks are struggling in this area. Bring your kids in, help them build the site. You think they don't know what's hot, what's trending, what's selling right now? Come on, man. This is what they do. This is what they're into. So now it's about what it's always been about. You've got the youth and the vibrancy and the strength and the endurance of the youth. And then you've got the wisdom of the elders. Now let's put that stuff together, man, and build something that's going to last forever.
Absolutely, man. We'll come up to you, brother Mari, because obviously you got some products and stuff that you're showing right now, and you're doing that through a website. And I'm gonna talk about the difference between the website and an e-commerce store. And as I've been saying, if you guys have been listening to me, e-commerce is way simpler. But talk to us about your experiences. We're talking about e-commerce and building a family e-commerce business, right? That can go through generation to generation.
Absolutely. Well, my queen and I, we definitely function together as a team. As scripture says, the universe commands blessing where there's unity, and a kingdom that's divided can't stand. So, we have to come together as one. As we all know, shopping online is a very lucrative business. It's a multi-million-dollar business. It's $1 billion business. So if you have the right product in the right niche, as our brother Cortez has spoken so eloquently on his last presentation as it relates to being an affiliate and dealing with e-commerce, I've come to find that you can accumulate great wealth. But the thing is being able to have the financial literacy to be able to retain it and to also to be able to wisely invest it. I don't believe in spending. I don't spend, I invest. All right, that's a wealthy man mentality, because the monies that we make, what we do is there's some spillage from the business, because we're able to distribute it throughout our other businesses. For example, our real estate business, we're able to pour back into this, and this money helps us to be able to pour into our networking business. So it's a constant overflow into an overflow that continuously overflows. So I believe that when we come to the knowledge and awareness how to be able to maneuver properly, we'll gain customers. Man, I woke up this morning, we had customers already inboxing us. Matter of fact, we got some orders we still need to send out tomorrow. And I went to the post office today, came back 3-4 more orders. So it's definitely feasible as long as you learn how to target appropriately, and you find the proper audience, and you have also a proper presentation, and you actually pretty much take advantage of the opportunities that you have. That's a poor means. Pretty much passing over opportunities regularly. Brother Evan asked me to come on here. I said, wait a minute, I'm not going to come over here and talk about e-commerce and I don't have my products up here. Why would I miss that opportunity for everybody to see these products? So, you have to be an opportunist in a good way. Take advantage of opportunities and monetize on those opportunities that you have. And with a solid product, excellent customer service, and you'll be able to knock it out. You'll be able to accumulate the wealth that you are dreaming about.
And here's the deal, man. This is so simple, right? Because the reality is this, guys. We do a good job promoting everybody else's stuff. We do a great job talking about the latest movie. We do a good job, oh man, D Nice and all the stuff that they did with the music. We do a great job of promoting everybody else's stuff but our own. And I believe one of the reasons why we have a real job of promoting our own, because we don't own nothing. Mm. Well, what if you own the store and you have products in that store? And now you not only do you own it, you have a sense of ownership because it represents you and your brand. It represents your children's brand and whatever it is they want to do. And you're doing it together. In the comments below, I want you to answer this question if you got kids. How would it feel to help your children get rich? How would it feel to help your children get rich? I'm not concerned about you right now. 'Cause wherever you are is where you are, and you might be okay with that. But what I do know is that you want your kids to be in a better position than you are. How would it feel to help your kids get rich? That's the question.
That's how you fulfill scripture. Because scripture said a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So if I help my children get rich, I just left an inheritance for my grandchildren. That's what we are supposed to be doing. And timing has never been better, man. It is so.
That's right.
You know, our parents and grandparents and they didn't have the ability, even though they may have had the will and the wherewithal, there was no ability for them to work a 5 to 9, a 9 to 2, the way that we can today. So yeah, go do your 9 to 5 and put food on the table today. But then what are you going to do from 6 to 9 p.m.? Right? And then when you put the family to bed, what are you going to do from 9 to 2 in the morning? We have this ability. I'm preaching to my sons right now. You guys, I'm fortunate enough to have, out of 5 sons, I have no grandchildren yet, right? And everybody told me I was going to be the one that had the most grandkids because I got all these handsome young men. So no grandchildren yet, meaning they don't have the responsibilities that some people have. So there's no reason that you don't work 2 full-time jobs and run a business, right? Because you have the time and the energy to do it. And it's just a matter of finding those youth that want to, and then us putting ourselves in a position. Like my niece was over here for a good 3 or 4 hours, just loving on her, coaching on her. Listen, she sells the eyelashes, right? And I said, listen, you're selling your eyelashes for a cost that's not effective for you to really build. And she's like, my eyelashes are the best. I said, yeah, if they're the best, why are you selling them at the cheapest price? You're putting yourself down with all of the low quality stuff, and you're saying they are the best. See, they need somebody who's going to be coaching and loving on them and taking our wisdom of 45, 55, 65 years of what we've seen. And imagine, because this is what you're doing when you pour into the youth. You are putting your head on a younger, more fit, more vibrant, more energetic body. So just imagine if you could go back 20, 30, 40 years. If you got children that are willing, you're basically recreating yourself 40 years younger, 20 years younger, and giving them so much more of a head start, so that my sons, I know without a shadow of a doubt, will all be millionaires by the time they're 30, right? Because they have the energy, I have the intellect. We just got to bring it all together. And I think everybody here in the BBC can say the same thing. Now it's time for us to execute.
Brother Marketer, man, as you are, we look at the, your what you have built, what you're transferring through your son, through your grandchildren, maybe even great grandchildren to this point. How's it feel to help them get rich?
It's amazing. It's just amazing situation, and I believe me. If I'm just talking to the people now, to our brothers and sisters. If you haven't done it yet, do it. Just get started. But keep in mind, if you already have children, and this is what keeps my blood pumping, is that because I have children, I'm not as concerned about them as I am about my grandchildren. Because I speak life. See, my granddaughter, one of my granddaughters already, she's 5, and she's talking about her businesses now. She's talking about how to make money, and she's having conversations with me. And I'm telling her in her ear, I'm telling her in her face, I said, I'm here for you. I said, Grandpa is the one that's going to help you. Grandpa, sir, is the one, that's what she called me. She said, I'm going to be the one to help you nurture and flourish your business. I said, you got that? And she said, yes, sir. She knows that I'm there for her. My other granddaughters that I just met about a year ago, they're talking about they want to be YouTubers. But I said, you have to have products. You have to have a service. But I said, the best thing that you can get your children in front of products, especially products and brands that the community can trust. But I am just so over the top. See, as you Evan knows better than anybody, the turmoil that I had with not creating, but to refocus. There you go. To refocus on having this a family business. This is what I want you to understand, Evan. Time goes by so fast. You be playing Russian roulette with your children, your grandchildren, and not giving them access. And you got to give them access. And once you give them access, they're on their way. But stop playing Russian roulette with your children, your grandchildren, and your legacy. That's what's at stake, and that's why I'm so energized to get up in the morning. I mean, can you imagine how excited I was to see my son's face when 10 barrels of hand sanitizer came into that building today? 10 barrels, and then 2 pallets of what do we call it? Begin with a D, deodorizer or whatever you call it.
Disinfectant.
To have 2 pallets of disinfectant come in, and watching his face as he's pallet jacking that stuff in, and I'm like, he knows. We're already having a conversation about expansion again. How we're gonna move that. We got over $500,000 in inventory that we have to shift around that warehouse and put it in position. And God knows we probably got another $50,000 to $100,000 worth of merchandise that we have to push through the BBC that y'all gonna help me get rid of.
I'm glad you said that, man. So just imagine, he just said 2 pallets of disinfectant, right? And it got to go somewhere, and we know people need it. Everybody needs disinfectant now. What if you were the one that was one of the providers of the disinfectant? And now you're making money because you'd have access to disinfectant that other people need. It's just that simple, right? Everybody don't know ERGJ. Everybody don't know the brand that I have. But guess what? There's some people that know you that don't know me. They need disinfectant. There's some people that know me, that know you that don't need me. They need masks. There's some people that know you that don't know me, that need stuff that you can actually provide if you actually get access. And guess where that access comes through? The Black Billionaires Club. So I saw somebody ask a question, well, you need help getting the website done. Guess what? The Black Billionaires Club. That's what we do. We help you to accomplish your dreams. As I said earlier, right? We talk about group economics. Understand it's group, not race. If I were to ask you right now, what group are you a part of that you're actually practicing what everybody else preaches? You got the hashtag, it sounds good. You put it on all your Instagram posts, but are you actually practicing it with a group? Not with just trying to get the whole race to do something, because the whole race ain't going to do it.
No.
But what group are you a part of? What group? We got a business group. We got a wealth group. We got an action group. Are you a part of a group that's actually making some action that's helping you build wealth? How many guys are part of some organization, some group that's helping you get out of debt, helping you get rich, and helping you build wealth? We do a lot of talk. But how many guys are part of some place that's helping you get out of debt, helping you get rich, and helping you build wealth?
Wow.
Think about that for a second. I mean, I got a group where we can go tailgating. I got a group that we can party. I got a group that we can barbecue. I got a group that we can go to the movies. I got a group that we can go shopping. I got a group that we can praise the Lord. But what group am I a part of that's helping me get out of debt?
Mm-hmm.
What group am I a part of that's helping me build wealth and get rich?
That's powerful, boy.
They got to understand. Well, they got to understand, ERGJ, that building wealth is a team sport.
Ooh, say that again, brother.
Building wealth is a team sport, y'all.
Ooh-wee.
See, when people say self-made, that just means they designed themselves, but that don't mean they did everything themselves. That's what you got to understand. Building wealth is a team sport. Go ask any wealthy person. Go look at any wealthy person, even the people that you admire on TV who appear rich, and a lot of them are not even, but they got a team that's helping them do some of the heavy lifting with the building of their wealth and their assets. Guys, there is nothing like the Black Billionaires Club on this planet. And there's no leader like ERGJ who is selfless in bringing everything to you guys, because he is on a mission to empower everybody who's connected to him economically. So why would he withhold any information that's going to empower you? You're in the club, you hear. Now it's time to participate. Now it's time to activate. Why did you join the Black Billionaires Club? To be a fly on the wall? No, you joined the club because you had a certain expectation, but you got to go and get it. All this help that Evan is making available in this club, man, I don't understand. He put a post out there just 2 or 3 days ago, and he said, how can I serve y'all today? And you know what I did? I put an emoji or a gif of the Michael Jackson gif eating the popcorn, because I'm interested to see when someone who has been so richly successful in everything that he has ever done, and he does it all publicly, and he asks sincerely, how can he serve? I just wanted to see who was going to actually respond. Who was going to say, here's what I need help with. Here's how you can serve me. Here's where I'm stuck. Guys, you have one of the best in the game making himself available to help us all. And then he's connected to, when he doesn't know something, he says, hey, I don't know, but I've leveraged this relationship. I'm going to bring this guy in, and he's going to share. Hey, I got this sister over here. She's a genius at that. I'm going to bring her in. And guess what y'all got to do? Y'all just got to show up for the classes. Y'all don't have to go build the relationships. Y'all don't have to go find the people who know. Y'all don't have to exchange favors for favors and all the stuff that he's doing to make this a real thing. You just got to plug in and take some action, man, and change your life in the process.
Now about that action, boss, let me get into some of these things so you guys understand what we're saying, because I want to make sure this is tangible. I'm not a talker. I'm not just talk. No, we walk. But sometimes you got to break down mindsets and all that stuff, because y'all come with your own sense of thoughts. I see people already marketing and doing all this stuff. Listen, pay attention. Here's what we got going on. E-commerce store. E-commerce class is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If you don't have an e-commerce store, or you don't even know if you got one, it's $25 for you to take that class, and you walk away with your store. You leave the class with your store up and ready to roll. You ain't got that. That's the class you need to go to. Let me go ahead and share that link with you so you know. You say, here's where we go in order to get this thing going on. Right? It's going to be right here. Let me see if I can do this. Right? And I'm going to put it in the comments. So you guys, I'll put it in the comments, right? You're going to go right here. This is a BBC member. She's helping you to get started. Once you get started, I come in and I help you take that thing to the next level. But I'm not talking to you if you don't have your store. It ain't no point. You know what I'm saying? First step first. You get the store going, and I'm going to help you make that thing shebang bang. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to help you make that thing shebang. Let me put that in the comments below. So if you do not have a store, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you what we're talking about, what that looks like. Right? What that looks like. A website and an e-commerce store are not the same. You can actually put a store inside of a website, right? But they are not the same. Let me show you what a store looks like. Okay? Let me show you what a store looks like. And I'll come up to you, Brother Amari, in just a second.
Sure.
Right? So here we have, again, you want to go to that link there that I just put in the comments, right? You want to go register. It's $25. It ain't nothing after that. You're going to get a free store. You just got to pay for the class. If you're unwilling to pay for the class, kick rocks. I'm just going to tell you straight up. We're dealing with people that want to accomplish things. Not that want to talk about accomplishing things, but actually want to do it. And I'm going to answer your question in just a second, Miss Kanisha Powell. So here you have a store. My store is what I'm showing you here on the screen. I'm going to take this thing down so you guys can see it. And it's simple and easy for people to do business with me. I still got some updates to do, but here's the thing. They click, boom, bam, it gives them a price. They can pick out what they want to do, and then they pay. Just that simple. I can make we're going to help you make your store look just like this, real quick, simple, and easy. All your categories, things like that. I'm going to show you what to do if you want to learn what to do, if you want to make some money, if you want to build this thing with your kids, if you want to have access to the products and stuff that we're talking about. We're building a distribution network so that you can have access. You can go to find everything yourself. I know how to find stuff. Sir Marketer knows how to find stuff. Cortez knows how to find stuff. Brother Amari knows how to find stuff. That's what we do all day long. Find stuff that people want to buy, and we provide it to people that want to sell it. And then we make money in between. And you can too.
That's right.
Link a different color for the eyes. No, it's in the comments. It's right here. I mean, it's in your comments. I can't make the link no different. You just click on it. I put it in the comments. It's right here. I just put it there. Boom. I put it there. Boom. You just click on it. All right. Now here is a difference. The difference between the e-commerce store and the website. Notice the website, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I got my book. I got my trailer. You can buy the book and all that stuff, right? You can join the club. You can book events and all this stuff. This is where you're going to have your brand and all that stuff. But, but notice this. In my store, here what you're going to see. You're actually going to see links from my e-commerce in my store. That's all I did. I just went over here and brought this stuff over here and said, hey, you want to buy the book? What I'm going to do is just make the whole e-commerce store this store over here. Ain't no point in trying to make it separate and all that good stuff. I was trying to be cute and try to say, okay, what are they going to read or do with the Black Billionaires Club? Now the whole store coming over here. So they go over there, they go over there. It is what it is. So there's a difference between e-commerce store and your website. Some of you guys got a website and your store is so complicated. It's just so difficult. Here's another thing that comes with your store. I can do everything I need from my phone. An order comes in, I can process from my phone. Inventory check, I can do it from my phone. It comes with an app that you can manage from your phone. You got a smartphone. Why don't you do something smart with it? Okay. So that's what an e-commerce store looks like. You're going to have you can build out a store just like this for whatever it is that you want to sell. Now, again, some of you guys might be saying, well, I don't do products. Yes, you do. You just ain't started yet. For every industry that you're in, I was talking to a lady today. She does medical coding, medical building and coding. And I'm saying to myself, man, you might have a little trouble trying to meet with people and do all the training and stuff right now. But you're in medical building and coding. You could be selling some smocks. You could be selling some rubber shoes. You could be selling some little stuff that the doctors use, and all. You could be selling all that stuff. Why not? Why they got to leave from learning from you and then stuff from you as well? That's right. We got to change the way that we think. Every industry that you represent, they buy stuff in your industry. I got a lady in real estate, right? Guess what she does? She just put together a real estate care package. She said, man, we got to go in there with booties. We got to go in there. We got to wipe down stuff before we go into the house. We got to have disinfectant. We got to have latex gloves. We got to have masks. So now what's she doing? She providing those same things to everybody that's in real estate. Why aren't you? They need it. Why not buy it from you? So when you open up your head and say, man, for $25, I can walk away with a site. And then if I so choose, I can join this thing called the Black Billionaires Club, and they'll teach me everything that I want to know on how to get rich. Why not do that? Now, tonight, that's $20 a month. After tonight, it goes to $25 a month. What it comes down to is you as the adult who's watching over your next generation and the next generation after that. It comes down to you making a decision that you're going to walk away from broke, busted, and disgusted. You're going to walk away from people who ain't never led you to no wealth, no money, nothing like that. And you'll get with people that can help you. That don't mean you stop doing stuff. They good for what they good for, whatever that is. Right. But I know that all my life, I ain't really seen not too many people that help me get rich or help me get out of debt or help me fix some of these financial problems that I got myself into. Brother Amari, what you got to say, man? I'm fired up.
Well, I definitely have to say that, generational wealth too is also for, our wives as well. For those of us who are married, I know a lot of us, we say that, and I concur. But I believe that also a good man leaves an inheritance for his wife, you know what I'm saying, as well, having that solid life insurance policy. And I like what you said about taking advantage of the opportunity to start being a person that think about the need of a person and how to monetize on things. Because when this COVID-19 situation had occurred, the reality is, if you weren't a person that was electronically savvy and you didn't have any type of store to be able to defray the cost, you were in a bad situation. And also, he mentioned the real estate agent, and also there's virtual. So for those who do not know, you can actually sell properties virtually. You can virtually wholesale as well. You understand? So that's why we have to grow our knowledge. We have to grow our wisdom. And that's one thing I like about the BBC family, is that there are a plethora of occupations that are compiled together that is sharing information that'll be able to help you to transition from poverty to wealth. If you implement the teaching that's being taught, I promise you, you'll be able to move to the next level. One thing I love about being in the BBC is that there are multiple money growing opportunities, such as the joint ventures, as Brother Evan had put out there, about being able to take advantage of those business opportunities to be able to grow your money. First of all, we talk about cooperative economics, but I want you to think about that. That word in there is economics. So if nobody has any money, it's just going to be cooperative brokenness. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That is the key. Economics. So you have to have the resources to be able to be involved in economics. What is capitalism without capital? You got to have some capital to be able to fight capitalism.
Absolutely.
So, we have to grow our money. We have to grow our knowledge in order for us to be able to grow our money. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us know how to make money, but many of us don't know how to retain it or how to grow it, and even how to invest it, which of course goes into the growing piece. So I love what Brother Evan is doing. He's teaching us how to level up. Brother Evan, if you would please, what's the sister name again that you referred me to in regards to the Forex trading as well? Because there's investment opportunities there too.
Yeah, that was Miss Renata McPhail.
Definitely. She helped me to level up. I gave her a call. I wanted to do Forex trading, and also, I got with sister, I believe I'm saying her name right. Is it how you say her name? Tamika? Is that right?
Tamika Jones.
Yeah, for the big sis, and she's the one that's actually helping to rebrand our business. So, family, for those of you who are out there listening, I promise you, okay, and let the truth be told, I have a group, and unfortunately, like what Brother Evan is saying, it's not because of the leader. I promise you, I got the deeds to show you that I own my properties free and clear. I'm not just on here talking. I promise you that. Okay, it's beyond talking with this brother. I can show you the deeds. Okay, that I own properties free and clear. Okay, and I'm in this group with this brother, and I have gotten plenty of opportunities business-wise to help grow my business. I went to another level listening to the wisdom of Lisa Santiago, my brother Cortez served there. And I have to commend you, Elder. I appreciate your wisdom. I've grown. So I have to say this as an entrepreneur who's in a very lucrative business, that my knowledge has went to another level listening to all of you. I promise you that. So when you have intellectual property, that's how you grow your property. That's how you enlarge your territory.
All right, bro. Let me help you guys out again. Let's walk through some of this stuff because I want to make sure nobody got no questions. Here's the deal. This is the website you're gonna come to, right? Once you come here, you're gonna click on Bling, right? Once you click on Bling, this is gonna pop up, and you're gonna see right here. I believe. Oh, she changed it. Oh no, keep going down. Here you go. Create your own e-commerce business Wednesday, 7 p.m. You click on that, right? And then now you can go and buy the class. Okay. So that's how you do it. Just scroll down till you see this, and she's gonna walk y'all through, and y'all gonna walk out, right? Learn how to create income while you are inside. Set up your free e-commerce site and learn from your phone. Training is only $25, right? And then we also provide you with products that you can sell if you don't have anything to sell. Okay. So again, you go to the website, click on Bling, scroll down, find it where it says create your own e-commerce business Wednesdays at 7 p.m. You walk away with your store up, right? None of that other stuff, right? You know what they normally do. You come to the class, you sit there for a whole hour. You're like, okay, I ain't accomplished it. That's not what we do here. You accomplish something. Let me show you something. Let me show you guys something else real quick, right? When I start talking about doing money, when I start talking about doing numbers, right? You shall know a tree by the fruit that it bears. You see what that says? Last 30 days, 286 orders, $17,839 in sales. You shall know a tree by the fruit it bears. Here's what I tell people. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Watch me. That's the difference. Don't listen to me, watch me. And then determine whether you're going to listen to me. Right? Then determine if you're going to listen to me after you watch me, okay? So let me pull this down for just a second. Now, Black Billionaires Club, if you're saying, you know what, you want to take advantage, you want to join the crew. You're saying, man, I got to get up in this club. It's $20 right now. At midnight, it goes to $25 because we don't reach our goal. Come to the Black Billionaires Club. Let me pull that up for you. You come here to blackbillionairesclub.com. Right? You click on join the club, right? And then you join the club. Okay? TheBlackBillionairesClub.com. Now I know we got a couple questions. Here's some things that happens in the Black Billionaires Club. All right, here's some things that happens. We have dedicated days towards specific things. The first thing we have to fix is your mind. We have to change the way that you think. You change the way that you think, you'll change the way that you act. You change the way that you act, you'll fix stuff like customer service. You change the way that you act, you'll change your habits. You change your habits, you'll change your results. You change your results, you now have changed your life. Change the way that you think, you'll change the way that you act and the way that you talk. You'll change your habits. You'll change your results. And ultimately, change your results means you've changed your life. So on Mondays, we have Manifestation Mondays, which is our Millionaire Mastermind. That's all about getting your mind right. We just did that yesterday. On Tuesdays, we have our Business Development Council. That's where you have established business owners who you can talk to, who have proved themselves to be true. And we can have these great conversations and take this thing to a next level. We begin to have group coachings and things like that to help you get to where you want to be, to help you build your business. On Wednesdays, investment education. We have Welcome to Wall Street Wednesdays, where I teach you how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. I teach you how to wake up to some new money, to put your money out there and it come back. I call my money Bebe's kids. It don't die, it multiplies. On Thursday nights, this is all about 8:30 at night, every night. Thursday nights, we have Teach Me How to Profit. This is all sales and marketing. We all need more customers, more clients, more business, but we don't all know how to get it. From affiliate marketing to internet marketing, you talking to some of the best salespeople in the world. Sir Market, who's been doing it for 30 years, he's been taking people's money morally, legally, and ethically. Talk about that, Sir Market.
For 30 years, he's been taking people's money.
Since I was 10. So, that is one of the things right there is just, definitely sales is an art form. And if you don't understand how to do it, it can be very mind-boggling to you. It be trying to figure things out, but sales is where it's at. I'm just gonna leave it there, Brother Evan. And then when you learn how to sales, sales just changes the game. Just sales changes the game. So, once you know how to do that, the limit is no limit to what you can do when you understand sales. But you gotta understand this: if you're talking about generational wealth, baby, you better make sure you get your money. You better learn, take some of these classes, and it's not as hard as you think. Believe me, people be struggling with that stuff, Evan. And the biggest thing, I was talking to somebody today. She said, I don't know why. She said, I talk real good and I got that. And I said, well, a lot of people have problems with rejection. She said, well, I don't have no problem with rejection. But I'm not going to say your name, baby girl, because I know you probably aren't. But whatever it is, sales stands alone. If you know how to sell, a lot of that other stuff, you may not know branding, you may not know marketing, but if you know how to sell, you can go anywhere in the world, baby, and make money.
That's right.
And we all actually do know how to sell. We only use it when we want to get what we want, whenever that is. And I'm saying, do y'all want to get some money? and you don't necessarily have to be, now we're in the space where you don't even have to be in front of nothing in order to sell. You can let the computer do all the work for you. And that's what some of the things that Brother Cortez teaches, how to sell without even being visible.
Damn.
Right? There's a lot of different ways to make the door to door is now mobile to mobile. You know what I'm saying? It's now connection to connection. The game has changed, and we are at the forefront of being able to build out something that our parents and our children can be proud of.
Yep.
Look what we have built.
Oh my God.
Not what we've talked about. We got plenty of stores. Look what we have built. And if you build it, they will come.
Sure.
If you build it, they will come. Now, I did not know when we got started with this thing, when I've been doing this thing for a while, I did not know COVID-19 was coming in.
Me either.
But what I do know, when it came in, I said, oh, what do the people need? Here's one of the problems with many of us. We're not flexible enough to change with the times.
Okay.
You're not flexible enough to change with the times. So other people are struggling. I just switched. I said, okay, let's put all the home decor to the background, and let me go get some goddamn masks. Let me get some sanitizer, and let's just see what happens.
Oh, can I say something on that line?
So just think about that. Having the power, the control, and the power to make the decision yourself to say, well, we're going to go and sell some rice today because that's what people want.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right? Go ahead, Brother Marketer, because you did the same thing. You pivot. Everybody put a console pivot. You got to be willing to pivot.
That's all I was going to say. I just shifted with it. Because at first, people were asking me, you got any sanitizer? You gonna sell sanitizer? I said, man, I ain't sell no sanitizer. Man, I need to focus on what I'm doing, right? And then somebody else, you ain't got no sanitizer? This was early in the game. Then all of a sudden, one of my distributors that sell to me, he said, I got some sanitizer. I said, man, why? He said, man, I'll send you a barrel of it right now. I said, don't worry about it, just pay me later. I said, send me a barrel. And then the next I said, send me 2 barrels. So now I got 10 barrels. So now that shift with the everybody, I don't care. Germophobia is here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll with it. Roll with it first, and then grow with it later. You'll see the growth. Just get with the program. Nobody's begging you to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't understand that you're just the supply and demand, just that. If you don't understand supply and demand, everybody is not going to get it. But if you understand supply and demand, you got it, and now you can make you some money.
Yeah, that's one of the things that ownership does for you, ladies and gentlemen. When you own, you control. And that's another beauty of being a solopreneur, a small operation. See, if I was the Titanic, it would take me 10 years to turn around and pivot. But no, I'm a little speedboat out here. Man, when the game has changed, I'm ready to change. If you guys want to see a good example of it from an ownership standpoint, all you got to do is look at Sister Vanessa Braxton. She turned those alcohol creating machines into hand sanitizer creating machines because why? she owns and controls her machinery and her mechanisms, and she pivoted, right? She just made a pivot. It's like, hey, this Black Mama logo looks as good on hand sanitizer as it does on vodka. And I have the means of creating them both. When people need more vodka, I'll go back to that. But right now, hospitals, everybody calling up for what? Hand sanitizer.
I believe she's going to stick with that for the rest of her career.
Oh yeah. That's an arrow in her quiver forever. When you go into the Black Mama Tea and Cafe and you go to the restroom, what's coming out of the pumps? Come on,
Black Mama hand sanitizer. Man, so here's the deal, guys. It's basically two things for you. And we're gonna wrap this thing up because brother been doing this all day. This is what we do. We love to do it. And we can continue to talk, but here's the deal. You got to make some decisions. Number one, make a decision if you want to get this e-commerce thing going so you can get with the program. So you can have something established that you can do even if you want to do it by your own. But here's the wonderful thing. You ain't got to do it by yourself. You can then decide, you know what? I got my e-commerce store, but I want access to all this stuff. I want to be able to sell hand sanitizer and masks in my particular area all over the world. I got people that have been asking me for that stuff, and I keep referring them out, but I ain't getting no money for it. No, you can actually choose to do it together. And that's called joining the Black Billionaires Club. When you join the Black Billionaires Club, you get access. Because here's the deal, guys. I'm not doing business with nobody that's not in the Black Billionaires Club. Because you might say, no, I'm doing business with people that have invested in me.
Absolutely.
That's just how we do it.
Absolutely.
It's called keep it in the family. It's called group economics.
Yeah.
Now, but some of y'all some outlaws. I'm doing business with the in-law. Hey. Brother Amari, man, any last words for the people before we close this thing out? Again, I'll pull up 2 links for you guys. The first link is for you guys that want to say, I need the e-commerce class tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I want to walk away with my store, my Forever Free store, and it's going to be open. The second link is for those saying, you know what? Not only do I want my e-commerce store, I also want to be a member of the Black Billionaires Club so I can participate in building my business. I can participate in learning how to make my money work harder for me than not work for it. So I can participate and get my mind right. So I can participate with brothers and sisters who've chosen to walk away from the 95% that are doing nothing but moaning, complaining, talking about Trump, and everything else they're doing. And I'm going to get the 5% who actually are walking.
Exactly. I just say take advantage of the opportunity. Just like I did, with our e-commerce store, I recognize that people don't want to stand in those lines. People don't want to deal with the 6 feet. So I told them, hey, why deal with the inconvenience of standing in those lines and dealing with the 6 feet distance? Even though they release people to go, we all know it's still somewhat not safe out there. So I took advantage of the opportunity. Hey, go online. Make sure you take advantage of it. People always need hygiene products. People always need toothpaste. People always need deodorant, right? So it's just simple logic. The only thing you have to do is be strategic and take advantage of the opportunity and monetize on it. That's all I have to say.
Man, thanks so much, Brother Marv, for being here. The first link, guys, is also in the comments. You can click on that and go register for class now. Brother Markedu, man, your last words for the people before we close this thing out is we've been talking about e-commerce, easy money with e-commerce, creating your store and building a legacy.
One of the greatest things I want to say about it is that it's easy as ever now. I mean, you have put this thing in a position. I've been doing business for 50 years, and I have never seen something this simple and easy to get you, your children, and your children's children started in business. Can you imagine? Get your own web presence. Just to have a little web presence, not just having a store, but being associated with brothers and sisters that have the product to load your stores. That is unbelievable to the point now it's believable. It's achievable. And it's, and the thing is, Evan, I'm not really trying to really talk to as like a hype thing. I see this whole thing, I'm saying, man, I need to get my whole database of all my business associates, you know how I've been working on these things for a while, but now I get with Mark and I said, okay, this is too easy, and I need you to help me with that, to just talk to him, how easy to just shift them, just like that, because most of them don't have that many products. You don't have that many products. You got 3, 5, up to 10 products to be able to be in the game. You're not just sitting on the bench anymore. You're in the game. And the thing is, bring your children and your grandchildren. That's why I said thank you, Uncle Frank Marshall, for what he just did. He's getting these stores, these e-commerce, and he brought all his grandchildren to the warehouse today for a tour. They're excited. And I want to thank you, Evan, and for doing what you're doing. Just never stop. Just never stop, man. You know, and I'm stronger now. So I'm happy that I am the ally that we all need. I'm one of the allies I'm one of the go-to guys to realize that these things really, and they're really important to have in our lives. And I want to thank you and thank the Black Billionaires Club.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for being here tonight, Sir Marketing, always showing up. Brother Cortez, the coach, man. Last words for the people before we close this thing out, brother.
Timing. Business is about timing. And I want y'all to see the bigger picture, man. New habits are being created. See, we've been talking about this for the last 25, 30 years when the internet first came on and e-commerce first came on, that there was going to be what was called a point where we reach critical mass. That's when the majority of the people now start recognize online as the way to go. See, brick and mortar has been hanging on by a thread for a minute. I think COVID is a knockout punch. And here's what you got to remember. We are all creatures of habit. You get 100, 200, 300 people on your site buying from you, and you provide great customer service and you give them great prices, guys, they will never stop buying from you because we're creatures of habit. Hey, I go to the same place. I do the same routine. I do the same thing because we're creatures of habit. And guess what? If one of my habits happen to be go up here to my favorites, click on your site because I made it my favorite and hit my order, and your site says, hey, man, do you want your usual? Yep. And it's going to automatically click, pick everything that I normally get at this time of the month and just hit pay and my order ship. Creatures of habits. You're in the right place at the right time with the right group of folks to help. Lisa is going to smash it on this class. Guys, you need to be present. My sons will be there watching and learning, getting their e-commerce sites set up so that when they can, during this time, everybody's habits are being changed. Everybody's patterns and the methods of operations are being changed. And e-commerce has now moved to the forefront like we always thought it would. We just never knew it was going to take a pandemic to make it happen. Go out there and grab you 100, 200, 300 loyal customers, guys. 100 loyal customers. If they just spent $10 with you, where you're spent enough to where $10 per month was profit for you, what do you do with $10K a month from your website and profit? Go out there and make it happen, man. And we're the team that's going to do it. Thank you so much, Evan, for always having me on. Let me speak my piece and do what I love to do, and that is to help people go to the next level. BBC is where it's at, y'all.
And here's the deal, guys. I'm going to say thank you to all of our panel and everybody that showed, everybody that hit the share button. This is very important to me because it's important to have, because I am my brother's and my sister's keeper. And that goes for my brother's children's keeper, my sister's children's keeper as well. Here's the deal. If you still have a hard time seeing the vision, here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow morning, on your way to work or at lunch, I want you to go 2 places. First place, I want you to go to the post office. See what's going on at the post office. The second place that I want you to go is to the bank. See what's going on at the bank. Go to the post office and then go to the bank. and see how long it take you to get through those lines.
Ooh, wee.
Mhm.
That's where commerce is taking place.
Mhm.
That's where capital is being exchanged. And it's all coming through these outlets, which are their inputs for their credit cards, for their PayPals, for their Zelles, and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
When I go to the post office, I'm in and out because I got a big old tub. I go dump that thing in if it's got room, because now they all feel. I'm like, damn, where can I put my mail for y'all to pick it up? I'm not like everybody else that try to pick. I'm over there trying to send some stuff out. You can be the same way too, and we can show you. We can teach you.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Yes.
When the student is ready, how many guys are ready? Everybody, if you're ready, put in the console, I'm ready. When the student is ready,
Yes.
because it's not about the teacher. The teacher is always ready. It's when the student is ready.
Uh-huh.
That's when the teacher will appear. My question to you tonight, are you ready to build? Are you ready to create? Are you ready to use your God-given power to create wealth, not just for yourself, but for your children's children?
There we go.
Let's not be the people that talk the good talk and still have lint in our wallets. Let's be the people that walk the good walk, and we ain't got to talk because everybody see it.
Yes, sir.
I want you guys to know this, man, that it takes a village. It starts with us.
Mm.
Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need.
Yes.
Thank God. Seriously, thank God that that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit from you.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.